As families across North Texas get ready to celebrate Independence Day, emergency departments are also preparing for an annual spike in fireworks-related injuries. And joining us today is Dr. David Winter with Baylor Scott White to talk about the risks that fireworks can pose and what families can do to stay safe while enjoying the holiday. Welcome, Dr. Winter. Good morning to you.
Hey, Matt. Good to be with you.
All right, so I don't want to jinx anybody, obviously, but emergency departments, this is kind of a big day. Or will be a big weekend, it seems like, for you guys and anybody who's manning those emergency departments with fireworks injuries around the July 4th holiday. What's that usually like for Baylor Scott White?
Yeah, every year we see more and more injuries. The most recent statistics are about 15,000 visits to the emergency room this time of year, 4th of July. These fireworks, they're dangerous, and we see more and more injuries every year. In fact, every year they're increased from the year before. So we're expecting a lot of people visiting our emergency departments, unfortunately.
And Dr. Winter, I think a lot of people have one of those uncles who probably has a little bit too much to drink, then grabs the fireworks and starts shooting them off. What kind of firework injuries occur most often?
Yeah, I mean, they're all bad. These Roman candles and these, I call these mid-range missiles. Then you got the little firecrackers. These things, you know, if you take one of these and you light it and you get a really fast fuse and you start to throw it right here, if it goes off, you got an injury to your ear, your face, maybe even your hearing. All these things can cause damage to your body. Most of these are burn injuries, Matt.
And I would imagine a lot of them are probably on the hand, at least. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, indeed. Hand, face, arms, legs, all these are a big problem. So be careful if you're going to do these. We want your holidays to be fun, exciting, and not challenging and scary when you have to run to the emergency department.
All right, let's talk about sparklers, because I think a lot of parents feel like that's a safer alternative. What do you think about that?
Yeah, these little things, these can be dangerous. They get to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, if you can imagine that. 2,000 degrees. You put this to your skin and you've got a burn injury, significant burn injury. And these are the ones little kids tend to like. So they like to get out and throw these things around and twirl them around. Not safe at all. I would encourage parents not to let their kids have sparklers until they get to a wedding. I have heard these are wedding events. So maybe at a wedding, but not when you're a little kid for 4th of July. No, very dangerous.
And Dr. Winter, who is most at risk for fireworks injuries? I think I mentioned the uncle earlier, but at the same time, I know a lot of kiddos like to use these.
Yeah, it is the kids. It's actually teenagers, folks in their 20s and 30s. Majority of the injuries are in those kids right there with themselves or burning somebody else next to them. So it's a scary time this time of year. We need to be careful about that because kids don't handle these fireworks very well, and they can be dangerous and cause significant injuries that can last a long time.
And Dr. Winter, you did mention that you don't want to ruin anyone's holiday with an emergency trip or anyone for them to step into that office, obviously, when they could take some preventative measures and not have to deal with it. What's the best way for families to stay safe over the holidays?
Yeah, fireworks are fun to watch, and that's the key. You don't have to let somebody who's a very challenged or very somebody commercial one do these all the time. They know how to do that. Parents, neighbors, friends, not very good. They're not used to that. Maybe once a year they'll do that, and that's when you get into trouble. So let somebody else do that knows what they're doing in some commercial display. That's the best. If you're going to do it yourself, be careful with the younger kids. You might want to have a bucket of water nearby, maybe a hose. You can hose somebody down if they get burned very quickly. But be very careful. We want this to be a fun time, an exciting time to celebrate the 4th of July. Not a time when it's scary, you're running to the emergency department. That kind of ruins the evening. So be careful with the fireworks. Leave these to the experts, not to the people who don't know what they're doing, like me. I'm not going to be doing these myself at all.
All right, Dr. David Winter, he's joining us there from Baylor Scott White with a Joe Dirt arsenal of fireworks with him, talking about fireworks safety. Just be safe out there, obviously. No one get out of hand. Thank you so much, Dr. Winter.
Yeah, be safe, Matt. Good to be with you.